Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we finished up our mission on Palaven's moon, ME3. We're trying to find the Turian Primarch, or rather we found the general who is the new Primarch, General Victus, who is now Primarch Victus. Rescued him from Reaper forces, broke the news, and brought him on board. A little bit of a twist and all of that is that Victus wants to bring the Krogan into the summit. Because he wants the Krogan to help the Turians on Palaven so that they can then release their fleets to help us at Earth. So, yeah, that's kind of the current plan. The Asari have decided to completely back out of the whole endeavor at the news of this, and the Solarians are also none too happy. So, yeah, we're going to have our hands full with that. But before we get to that, we're going to take rounds of the ship as usual, and then head back to the Citadel again and see if we can finally get to some other places. Alright, but first, let's go ahead and have a chat with Victus.
Commander, thank you for allowing me the use of your ship, and for going along with this plan. Garrus said he had to attend to the Normandy's weapon systems. Something about calibrations.
Sounds like Garrus. I'm sorry to say the Asari Counselor won't be joining us. She thinks there's too much bad blood with the Krogan.
She may be right, but there'll be a lot more blood. Real blood, if we don't try.
And when you put it that way.
The sooner we have this summit, the sooner we'll know. Is there something else I can help you with?
Yes. Let's ask about their plans to help Earth.
I understand this is a difficult time for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements. Can I still count on your help?
If the Krogan help us on Palaven, then I give you my word.
Fair enough. And, how are you settling in?
How is it being the Primarch?
Not what I imagined. The battle of all time is happening on Palaven, and I'm light years away, reading casualty reports in the millions. If I'm going to die, I want to be with my men, so there's no doubt we fought to the last soul.
Yeah, we can relate to that.
I understand. Leaving Earth to save it. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I'm not surprised. Garrus speaks highly of you. You never asked to be a leader. Yet your people will die if you refuse. We find ourselves in similar circumstances. Let's hope the spirits grant us the strength to see it through.
Alright, and what's the situation?
How are things on Palaven?
The casualty reports are staggering. The Reapers are using our own tactics against us. Destroy the enemy with overwhelming force.
I've seen the same on Earth.
The strategist in me admires their brutality. The Turian in me knows I'm watching the destruction of 15,000 years of civilization. My civilization.
Alright then. Well, nothing else to talk about at the moment.
Thank you, Primarch. My thoughts are with Palaven.
And mine with Earth.
Alright, well, let's just check out what the new war assets are. We got a bunch. The Alliance Spec Ops Team Delta. We brought in the Alliance Cruiser Shanghai. I'm not going to read through, again, like everything, and only if something is interesting and piques my interest. So they got the Alliance Naval Exploration Flotilla that we brought in there. Dr. Karen Chakwas is an actual asset. Dr. Karen Chakwas served on board both the SSV Normandy and the Normandy SR2 as a resident doctor and primary medical researcher, a graduate of Earth's prestigious University of Mumbai. Chakwas' research background has allowed her to contribute to the efforts to decode the Prothean device found on Mars. Some of its material components require careful chemical analysis to ensure they are used properly in the cooling systems. Alright. So it does count for us if we decide to send her to the labs. All right, and we got Eden Prime support. So we got a couple of updates here. A few researchers who studied protein technology on Eden Prime avoided capture by Cerberus. They forwarded copies of their work to the Alliance. Although its military defenses were seriously damaged by the Cerberus invasion, Eden Prime's remaining government has loaned the Alliance several Athabasca-class supply freighters, and Eden Prime's colonists drove Cerberus away from their system entirely with its shipping lanes secure. The colony is sending out as many supplies and equipment as it can spare. Good. Javelin missile launchers, Prothean data files, which we found for the Crucible project, and we got a little bit of Turian resources, the 79th Flotilla so far. Alright. Not much yet, but coming along.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know. She's not responding, and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to Deck 3.
Right. Yes.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on Deck 3.
See if you can get to Edie. I'll check the AI core.
Yeah, we heard about that while we were down on midnight. Let's go check out the AI core.
Is everything okay?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
All right, let's go.
Automated systems have the fires contained. It should be safe to enter. Follow your
Joker,
lead.
what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire, or something.
I'm going in. Edie, talk to me.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
Edie,
Yes.
you're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
Yeah. Explain.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
A little dangerous.
Edie, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
All right, well, make sure it's not gonna have any more surprises.
Before we do that,
Right.
I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can, then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew's a little wary of your new body. They was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
On that, we can agree.
Yes, I'm sure he will. All right, Michelle?
Just reviewing some reports.
Okay, no comment on the mech that just walked past. Okay. Alright, well, while we're down here, before we head up to the bridge again, let's have a chat with Liara.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Okay, anything over here? No. Alright, broker terminal, we got a couple here. Prothean notes, 2186, entry 2. I'm not sure what to make of Javik. I approached him while we were traveling to a different system, but he wasn't very inclined to talk. What little he does say concerns the Reapers and our possible failures. Is he simply a soldier mourning his people, or is it a fundamental difference in our cultures? Alliance interrogation record of a Cerberus operative. Alliance Interrogator 1. Check out these implants she's got jammed into her face. Interrogator 2. Shh. She's awake. The Cerberus operative makes some unintelligible noises. Hello, do you know where you are? Again, unintelligible. Interrogator 1. You know how much goddamn trouble you're in? Interrogator 2. Hey, ease up. Listen, you're in trouble. I'm not going to lie. That doesn't mean we can't work something out. And if you help us, we can... they're trying the tried and true good cop, bad cop method. And then there's an explosion. You okay? Interrogator 2. I'm okay, but holy hell, she's dead. What? The whole front of her face is gone. Some kind of ocular flashbang? Well, crap. Is everyone in Cerberus rigged up like that? Probably. I believe in Mass Effect 2, Morden mentioned something about the fact that Cerberus operatives had like cyanide pills in their teeth, but that was ineffective, and ocular flashbangs were more reliable. And apparently, the elusive man took that to heart. All right, Garrus.
2 of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's her.
I'm counting on it. Turning to the Krogan is either the best or worst idea I've ever had. There's no in between here.
You did what you had to. I would have taken the same risk, sir.
I appreciate your confidence, Garrus, though it could just mean we're both idiots. That will be all.
All right, Garrus. Calibrating the gun.
Garrus, didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, so, is this the part where we shake hands? Wasn't sure about the protocol on reunions, or if you even still felt the same way about me. The scars are starting to fade. I remember they drove you wild. But I can go out and get all new ones if it'll help.
Yeah, we're still going that way.
I haven't forgotten our time together.
Well, I've been doing some more research on human customs. I didn't want...
That's the protocol on reunions.
The vids mentioned it might go something like that. I had hoped it would. I mean, I didn't know if...
I can't promise how things will work out. Not with this war. But I missed you, Garrus. I thought about you a lot.
Glad to know my romantic, skills made an impression. Because it's going to take more than Reapers to come between this cross-species liaison.
Speaking of which, You said you're the expert advisor on Reapers now?
It's not as impressive as it sounds. I ruffled some feathers, so they gave me a token title, along with a token task force, so I'd shut up.
How'd you manage that?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, we're in this together. And if it ends with both of us dying in a giant explosion taking out a Reaper, remember I took the kill shot. Something else you want to talk about?
All right. We'll ask about the Primarch.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
Maybe you.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of secession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Why not? I've seen you in action. Think about it. Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Your confidence is inspiring, but it'll have to be someone who knows how to hold a hammer.
All right. We'll ask about his task force.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for C-Sec, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
That's a hell of a story, indeed.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at C-Sec, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
Any results?
What'd you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
All right. Chances of winning.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in C-Sec. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
No doubts.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
Almost certainly not. We'll ask about his family.
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long's it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. What about you? Any word from your family?
My mother's in the Alliance. Haven't heard from her since Earth got hit.
I'm sure she's okay.
All right, that's it for now.
That's all for now, Garrus. But stay close. We've got some catching up to do.
You know where to find me. And this time, I can afford the good stuff. There are a few perks to being an expert Reaper advisor.
Deal.
Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
All right, you do that. Armor-piercing ammo has been unlocked in the med bay. I'm fine with my disruptor ammo. There's nobody else down here right now, right? No. And engineering is just Adams. So we'll go to the shuttle bay. Cortez.
Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
Getting any rest?
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
Take some time off.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, there are views like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do it.
Take some time off on the Citadel, Steve. As a favor to me.
If you put it that way, how can I say no?
You can't.
All right. Need to decompress and process. All right, James.
That Primarch's got some real cojones. What we need are more politicians like him, taking names and kicking ass.
And chewing bubblegum.
Hey, Commander.
Hey. And then we'll head to the CIC.
Commander, I found something suspicious. Have you got a minute?
Sure.
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I do not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
Well, I'd like to help him.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie perform an analysis. It's fake. Edie thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Yes.
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
All right, good work.
Good catch. Maybe you belong here after all.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
All right. So we'll investigate that shortly. All right, let's head to the bridge and or rather the cockpit. Is this a bridge or is this the cockpit? I'm not sure. Joker.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot.
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that Edie was gonna install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would have baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, Edie. Yes, you are.
And actually, it really wouldn't matter if her body was here or not.
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions. If I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale.
Of course he does.
Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
In some situations, yes.
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
As long as you're careful about it.
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
All right, then. Do they have anything else to say before we move on?
Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. There's a whole lot of crap out there needs a bullet between the eyes. Plus, we might need something calibrated.
Yes, on both accounts.
Commander?
Edie?
Yes, Shepard?
All right. What's the capabilities of that frame?
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. Its optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
All right. And what are you working on?
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
Yeah, most mechs we've run into haven't exactly been the greatest shots.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
I guess we'll just be asking about the body again.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
I don't know about you not being part of the crew.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting. That was a joke.
Yes, good one. Alright, and how did the Normandy get away?
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
So you deceived them.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Yeah, that probably would have been a bad idea.
Carry on, Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Alright then. I think that's everybody. Yes. Pretty sure. And it looks like that we are at the end.
have a message from Major Alenko. He must be feeling better.
Oh, I do? Hold on. About to say we were done. Not. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we have the ability to go to other places at the Citadel now, because we got all the messages for all that. Omega, come see me, from Arya T'Loak. Shepard, I have something important to discuss with you. It's sensitive, so we'll need privacy. I'll arrange for that soon. Meantime, come see me on the Citadel in the aptly named Purgatory. I have a few ideas for your war. We'll do that. Urgent message from Admiral Hackett. Commander, there's an Alliance researcher working on the Citadel named Dr. Garrett Bryson. I need you to meet with him right away. Dr. Bryson has uncovered important new information about the Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. Officially directing you to support his efforts at the first possible opportunity. Please visit Bryson's laboratory on the Citadel at once. That's the Leviathan DLC. We'll get around to that eventually. Is this address valid? Shepard, I've called and I've sent messages but gotten no response. With Earth's comm system out, I don't expect this will get through either, but I heard a rumor the Normandy docked here at the Citadel. Are you alive? I'm at Huerta Memorial Hospital under the name Tanner Nuara. Please excuse the moniker in this email's encryption. In my line of work, it is unwise to advertise my location, particularly when I'm not in good health. We should meet before circumstances force us apart again. And that is from Thane. Alright, yeah, we'll definitely have a chat with Thane at the hospital. From Kay Delenko. Hey, Shepard. Through some combination of a medical miracle and dumb luck, I survived the beating I took on Mars. The doctors say I'm still not ready to be released, but I'd really like to see you if you can spare the time. Counselor Udina offered to make me a Spectre. Still thinking about whether or not I should accept. Stop by my room at the hospital when you're on the Citadel. I'd like your advice. Alright, we'll definitely do that. Help request from Sender Blocked. Commander, my name is Jundum Bao. I'm with Special Tactics and Recon. Oh, a Spectre. While some still have concerns about your past activities with Cerberus, many of us in STNR took your warnings about the Reapers seriously. I'm reaching out to you because I have information that could tie agents with significant political power to the Reapers. If you have time to meet me in the Citadel Embassy, I'd appreciate your discreet assistance. Sincerely, John Dumbbell, SCG, and STNR. And Arya Talok wants us to meet her in Purgatory again. Okay. There we go. Alright, so with that, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. And for our next episode, we'll head back to the Citadel and get a bunch of that done. Alright, so for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.